What if the whole secret to getting everything you ever wanted isn't about chasing it harder? What if it's about fundamentally changing who you are? That's the huge, powerful idea we're going to dig into today. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are.
And this right here, this is the paradox at the heart of everything. It suggests that all the real work, the stuff that actually moves the needle, isn't happening out there. Nope, it's happening in here. Your internal world, your state of being, is what dictates your entire outer reality.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll tackle that central paradox. Then, we're going to expose the sneaky trap of wanting that so many of us fall into. From there, we'll unlock the incredible power of being, show you how to become an internal magnet, and finally, get clear on what the true work of being the architect of your own life really is.
Okay, let's dive right into this central paradox. We're all told to just focus on our goals, use positive thinking, and apply willpower. But if that was the whole story, why does it so often just not work? It's because there's a much deeper layer we're missing, the actual state of our being.
So that leads us straight into this huge trap of wanting. See, when we're stuck in this mode, we're operating from what's called a state of incoherence. It's a fancy way of saying there's a major misalignment between what we're thinking and what we're feeling.
So let's just get real for a second and ask the big question. Why? Why does focusing so intensely on what you want so often fail to actually bring it to you? Why does it feel like the universe is just ignoring your wish list?
And here's the answer. It's so simple it's kind of brilliant. The very act of wanting something automatically puts our focus on the fact that we don't have it. We think we're broadcasting a signal of desire, but what we're actually broadcasting loud and clear is a signal of lack. Our internal frequency is tuned to that I don't have this station, and that right there is the root of the whole problem.
Now check this out. When you put these two states side by side, it becomes crystal clear. The state of wanting is all about an external focus. It broadcasts that frequency of lack, and the result? Mental static. It's that awful feeling of trying to drive with one foot on the gas and one on the brake. But the state of being? That's all internal. It broadcasts abundance, and the result is coherence, this beautiful clarity. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that internal battle. Your conscious mind is up there saying, yes, I want to be successful. But your emotions, your gut feeling of not having it, is down below just screaming, no, I am not successful. That total lack of harmony is the roadblock. So, okay, if wanting is the trap, what's the way out? Well, that brings us right to the solution, the incredible power of being. This is how we create that state of perfect internal alignment we're calling the coherent nexus. And you know what? The whole game just completely changes the second you make this one crucial shift. You stop trying so hard to get something out there, and you start doing the real work of becoming someone in here. So what is this coherent nexus? Well, think of it like this. It's that magical state where every single part of you, your thoughts, your emotions, the words you speak, and the actions you take are all singing the exact same song. They are all in perfect harmony, sending out one single, unified, powerful message about who you are.
And when you're in this state of coherence, a few incredible things start to happen. First, your identity literally becomes the filter you see the world through. You're not waiting around for things to change. You embody the person you want to be, right now. This sends out a super clear, stable, powerful frequency. And you stop using the weak language of "I'll try" and start operating from the absolute certainty of "I am."
Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? This brings us to your internal magnet. And this is where we flip the script on everything we've been taught. We're throwing out do, have, be, and we're embracing be, do, have. And the process is actually beautifully simple. Step 1, define the identity. Don't ask what you want to have. Ask, who is the person that already has it? What do they like? Step 2, embody that state. Start thinking, feeling, and acting like that person today, right now, before you see any proof. And then comes step 3, attract congruent results. This is the magic part, where your outer world just starts to rearrange itself to match your new inner reality. So let's bring it all back to that main idea, but with this new clarity. See, it's not about attracting your wants. It's about attracting results that are a perfect match, that are congruent with the person you have decided to be. You literally become a magnet for the people, opportunities, and situations that are on your new frequency.
And that leads us to our final and maybe the most important piece of the puzzle, the architect's true work. Because if all of this is true, it means your main job isn't to hustle and grind in the external world. It's to meticulously, carefully build your internal world.
And here it is. This is the fundamental law that governs this whole thing. It is so simple and yet so unbelievably powerful. When you genuinely change your internal state of being, your external world has absolutely no choice but to change to match it.
So, as the architect of your life, your job becomes incredibly clear. First, you have to shift your entire focus away from those external results and put it squarely on your internal state. Second, you have to consciously and deliberately build the identity you want to embody, brick by brick. And finally, your primary mission is to match the frequency of who you are with the frequency of what you want to achieve.
You know, if you only take one single thing away from all of this, please let it be this. The real work, the work that actually matters, is always in the becoming, never in the wanting.
So that leaves us with the only question that really matters. It's time to stop asking, what do I want? The real question, the one that changes everything, is who do I need to be today? The answer to that question holds the key to everything else.